Because, okay, let's look at wanting a prenup in terms of the fact you've only known this person for a few weeks. There's only so much you can trust them, right? I think it makes logical sense. And this is why I think sometimes people are so like opposed to signing a prenup. You want the money. You see, this guy's doing all right. This is a nice house, isn't it? He's making a bit of money. Okay guys, we are back to talk all things Love is Blind UK. If you didn't see it yesterday, I reviewed episodes 5 to 7. Today we're going to be doing 8 to 9. I am so excited to get into it. Conversation is still going on the last video. I'm excited for the conversation to come of these two because I have a lot of thoughts. So let's not waste any time, guys. Let's get straight into it. So we start episode 8 and Benaya and Nicole are having a picnic and she's basically letting him know she wants to give back the ring and the bracelet that Sam so heartfeltly gave to her. So yeah, she wants to give it back to him. And they're just talking about, obviously they know it's coming up. They're going to be seeing him. And Benaya's just saying he won't be able to hold back when he sees Sam. And it's sweet. He gets emotional talking about it. I love the protectiveness he has over Nicole and how much he truly loves her. That is like one of the most purest forms of love, I feel like. I think about my sister and how I'm so like fiercely protective of her and my family, my siblings, my friends. Like I have friends who, we're not really friends anymore now, but I loved them, still love them, right? And so the people that did them wrong, it will never be well with them, even though we're no longer friends. So I get that protectiveness from love, and I just think it's so beautiful to see. So we see Tom and Maria at their apartment, and Tom's letting her know his mum won't be at the wedding. I guess she doesn't really approve of the experiment and everything. And it's always like crazy when you see that happening, and it's happened a few times in different Love is Blind series. I don't remember who it was that they went and they wanted to go and meet the parents, but they didn't show up or something like that. But yeah, after that, all the couples meet up, including the people who were in the pods and didn't get engaged, or maybe they got engaged but they didn't make the cut to have their relationship followed. Because that happens too. Comment below if you guys knew that. Like, there are some couples that get engaged, but Netflix is like, yeah, congrats, we're not going to follow you anymore. And we see Demi and Ollie, they're a lot more affectionate with each other and tactile. And I think these past few days getting to spend time with their families and friends in like nicer environments for them has done the world of wonders for them. Again, don't break my heart. I feel like I'm being set up for failure here. Anyway, we see Tom speaking to Benaya about the fact that him and Maria had a bit of a moment. She wasn't happy that she had to pay for her own food. We're going to get into them in a bit, but as I said in my last review, there's so many big things they don't agree on, like just lifestyle choices and morals and how they view relationships, that I don't know if this is going to work, but we'll get into them in a bit. And then, yeah, we see Maria, who's also clearly having doubts. And then Tom is talking about how he's interested to see Natasha again. She walks in and he is so excited. I said in the last review, Tom was excited. He was like, oh, who's that? Who's that? And then I think he even asked Maria, and they told him it was Charlotte and Natasha. And then he makes a beeline. He's like, saying hi to her. And even while she's going to say hi to other people, he's still kind of stood there waiting for her to be done to speak more to her. Like, he was excited to see her. And then we see Ollie saying, he sees Charlotte. She is an attractive girl. Like, you can't deny that. And he says, she is his type. But essentially what he has with Demi just can't be shaken. And I think that was a fair comment. I haven't seen what the conversation online surrounding that moment was. But yeah, I don't see any issue. But also, comment below what you guys thought of like Ollie's comments, what you thought of Tom's reaction to Natasha. And then, here's the thing. I don't want these reviews to seem like it's just keep picking at Catherine. But she keeps giving us material. Guys, So then she keeps on going on at Freddie like, oh my God, because Sam walks in. And she's like, oh my God, he looks like my ex. He looks like my ex. He looks like she keeps on saying it. I'm sorry. If I was with my partner, my fiance, and they keep on going on to me about how someone looks like their ex. Oh my God, looks like my ex. Oh my God, they look like my ex. Like, it would get to me, right? Okay. But, you know, Freddie's just keeping his cool. And then she asked Freddie what he thinks of the girls that have walked in that he hadn't seen yet. And he says, yeah, no, Charlotte's quite attractive. She flips out at him. By the way, she asked him. He didn't even ask about Sam and if he looked like her ex. She asked him and she gets annoyed at him, at his answer. Like, it was just insane. Like, the double standard was crazy, guys. Comment below your thoughts on that moment. So then this moment really got under my skin. So Sam pulls Nicole for a chat. Oh my God, I almost forgot to say. He tried to, you know, say hi to Benaya and like, we'll speak later. And Benaya was like, no, I'm good. And Sam got in his feelings about that. Anyways, he pulls Nicole for a chat and he's trying to play the nice guy and, you know, getting all emotional when she gives him the bracelet, which I don't think that was like a last minute, as I said in my review. Fellsuits try and win her over. There was no real fault in that. He's trying to play the good guy and they're just saying, you know what, like, and Nicole's just like, it's fine, it is what it is. She's being very grown and mature about the whole situation. He's trying to play the nice guy, but his mask is slipping because then he goes, yeah, and you tried to get physical with me. And I said, no, there was no need for you to bring that up. That was behind closed doors where there were no cameras. Like, he really gets under my skin. I really don't like Sam at all. He might be one of my least favorite Love is Blind characters. Maybe even more than Izzy. I need to think about that. Because the thing is as well, the whole like him talking about them trying to get physical and he said no. He keeps bringing it up because Nicole just kind of, yeah, okay, whatever, like sidelines it. And he keeps bringing it up. He's like, this needs to make camera. I want people to know that. Like, ugh. So yeah, Nicole after the chat goes back to Benaya and just says, you know, it went well. He's a nice guy. And Benaya's not trying to hear all that about Sam. And I'm trying to decipher. Actually, I want to hear in your comments your thoughts on this. Because sometimes, like I said, you guys be educating me in the comments and I read them and be like, do you know what? That's a good take. That's interesting. Or I'm going to look out for that in the next episode. But Benaya not liking to hear Nicole think Sam is a nice guy. Is it ego? Because she chose Sam originally, right? Is it ego or is it what I was talking about before of him being, he's just protective of her and doesn't want her to be naive? Like, which one? Or it could be both. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. So yeah, back to, of course, remember Catherine, who was in a mood with Freddie because he said Charlotte was attractive when Catherine asked for his opinion on the girls. She then decides to go and talk to Sam. That was flirting as far as I'm concerned. She was like, when you're in town, hit me up. Joke. She was joking. Of course, she wasn't trying to get the ring, but she was like, you know, oh, I like that ring. It's bigger than mine. Or I don't remember what they were saying about the ring. But yeah, there was just, it was inappropriate. And your fiance's in the room right there as well. It just wasn't, and let Freddie do that. All hell would break loose. So then we have Tom and Natasha having their chat, just talking about things because it's their first time, of course, seeing each other outside of the pods. And Natasha is laying it all out on the table and letting Tom know her feelings for him. It killed me because Maria kept saying, yeah, I don't care. Many times. Anyone that says, I'm not bothered, you're low-key bothered. I would be too. I'll be honest. Maybe I'm projecting. I don't know. Comment below. And so Maria comes over while they're talking. She, you know, takes Tom by the hand like, yeah, let's go sit down. Like, that's enough chat now. And then we have Benaya and Sam finally having a conversation. And Sam is trying to say Benaya sounds bitter. And Benaya is just trying to shut everything down. And then Sam throws in at him as well that him and Nicole got physical. He's like, oh, but do you know this? Do you know this? Me and Nicole, she tried to get physical with me and I said no. Like, that's a bit of the fact you're bringing this up. Like, you guys are no longer together. They've moved on. They're engaged. Why do you feel the need to bring that up? I rest my case. So yeah, following morning, he's letting Nicole know about the conversation, and because Nicole's saying, he's a nice guy, and Benaya's like, he's not. And I truly feel like in that moment there, I do think it is him being protective. But again, guys, comment below. Do you think it's him being protective or is part of an ego? So then we have Stephen and Nicole, and they're in Belfast to meet her family. And the sister is like, this all seems too perfect. Stephen sits down with, did I say Nicole? Sabrina. Stephen is sitting with Sabrina's mum. She gives her blessing. And the sisters are basically like, I'm just waiting to see if this is real or if it's all for TV. That she's like, So then we see Ollie and Demi meeting Demi's family, and he seems to blend in well, get on really well with them. They're having fun, they're getting competitive. Like, you can see that just being a random Saturday or something like that. It was very sweet. And then Ollie and Demi's dad go for a conversation. And it was very, like, chill. What I rated about Demi's dad, you can tell he cares for her. There's certain things he wanted to know, certain things he was happy to hear, but he didn't need to do this bravado, like, to scare him, like, do you know what I mean? And be standoffish. He was very, like, he was lovely. And then when he's speaking about Demi, and it's like, he's getting emotional and crying, and you can see they must have like the most amazing bond together, and he just cares for it. It was so sweet. It was a lovely scene. I loved it. So then Freddie and Catherine are on a date, and he's just basically saying like, I'm sure you know what my concerns are. And she's like, yeah, you need me to stop being snappy and bossy. And then she snaps and goes off at him and does exactly what he said his concerns are. And then, yeah, and she even snaps at him and she's like, yeah, you won't shut up about it. I'm just like, oh my God. I don't think these two are making it. And then we see Freddie bringing up the prenup. And he's like, would you be okay if signing a prenup? I don't know if I would want you to get half of my money. I would want to leave stuff to my sister or brother, etc. And she's like, if you don't want to get married, just say. And that's not what he's saying. Prenups are a thing in marriages, and I've just seen, I don't know if anybody of you who watch Love is Blind watch The Bachelor, Rachel Lindsay, who I loved as a bachelor. She's going through a divorce, and because there was no prenup, she's having to now pay spousal support for 2 years. I think it's like £13,000 to her ex-husband, like, because she didn't sign a prenup. So I'm not opposed to prenups. Like, comment below, guys, your thoughts on prenups. Like, I'm all for them, if I'm being 100% honest. Like, I know when you get married, you do become one, and you can have your money together, that is one. But you can also have what you want to keep for yourself. I don't know. That's a whole other conversation. I may even do a whole other video on that. But I do still want to know your thoughts below on the whole prenup situation. I've seen people comment this, and these were my thoughts also, and this is why I think sometimes people are so, like, opposed to signing a prenup. You want the money. You see, this guy's doing all right. This is a nice house, isn't it? He's making a bit of money, and I don't know what she's making. She could have saved up millions, who knows? But from what we see, I think she's living at home as well, so that's why she was, like, happy and easy to move to his in Bolton. But yeah, that's the end of episode 8. So then we get on to episode 9. So we have Benaya and Nicole meeting his family, his mum and his sister. And at first when they come in, I'm trying to gauge the mum. I'm like, oh no, is she not feeling Nicole? Because obviously Nicole broke Benaya's heart, chose Sam, so they're probably quite protective of him. So I'm trying to get a read of her in the beginning. And Nicole, like, apologizes, takes accountability, and then you can see the family are warming up. And sometimes it's just people's facial expressions or how they express emotion may look like they're angry when it's just they're reliving a certain moment. And I think she was just reliving seeing her son so heartbroken. We also see Nicole acknowledge and appreciate the fact that Sam is protective of her. And I'm glad, like, she is seeing it in a good way. But I am still interested to hear your thoughts on how Benaya is Did I say Sam or did I say... Anyway, Benaya is protective of Nicole. I think it's sweet, but yeah, want to hear your thoughts. So yeah, Benaya's mum gives her approval, and then Nicole is talking with Benaya's sister, and she's letting him know he's a nomad. He's barely around, like he's always on the move. For me, I don't know if that would be for me, like especially if I don't know if they want to build a family together and all of that. Maybe Nicole herself is a nomad or has always wanted to be one, so maybe it will work. Who knows? We have Freddie and Catherine meeting her friends, and they're asking him if he thinks she's high maintenance, and he's outright just like, yes. And so then they're asking him about his concerns, and he's trying to explain them, and then Catherine's basically telling him off. It's like, anytime he's asked to say something, he gets in trouble for it. It's crazy to see. It's reminding me of, I mean, every year we have a couple like this on Love is Blind. They've all left my head. Comment below any that you can... Actually, yes, comment below, guys, what couples Freddie and Catherine remind you of from the past where the woman is just on at the man. This bit was... So Freddie goes to the bar to get a drink, or he's sent to the bar to get a drink. I'm sure that was a set-up moment so that she can have a conversation with her friends alone. So then she lets them know about the prenup, and they're like, oh, that's a bit controlling. I'm like, I don't think it is. I think he just wants to protect his assets. Because, okay, let's look at wanting a prenup in terms of the fact you've only known this person for a few weeks. There's only so much you can trust them, right? I think it makes logical sense. If you're planning to get married after knowing each other for a month, get that prenup. And then this bit killed me because her friend was like, he seems like a stay-at-home, beans on toast kind of guy. By the way, recently just regained a reappreciation of 4 beans on toast. And she doesn't think it's gonna work. Justice for beans on toast. Then we have Bobby and Jasmine getting ready to meet Jasmine's mum. And she's basically warning him, danger is approaching. Get ready, buckle up. You are in for a ride. And I thought, is she overhyping it? No. In fact, her warning was very low-key compared to what he got. My gosh. So Tom and Maria meet his sisters, and Tom brings up, you know, they've been having disagreements and stuff. And I don't know, is it just me that finds it awkward when they bring up their struggles to the family? I feel like, okay, yes, you do talk to your family about some of the issues in your relationship, maybe not all, but I don't know if you do it while your partner is sat right next to you. That just feels a bit awkward to me. So then they bring up Maria expecting Tom to be the one to be the provider, and Tom's sisters don't really seem impressed with her views. And then they're asking about the living situation, and Maria was saying, you know, initially she was happy to move into Tom's place, but now she's like, I don't want to pay towards the mortgage because, and fair point, it's in your name. If this doesn't work out, I've just helped you pay off your mortgage. What am I left with? And these are like really fair points, especially with this experiment where, yes, you can get caught up in it and go for it and get married, but the chances are high these marriages won't work out. And then if you don't have a prenup signed or you've been paying off someone else's mortgage, you're left in the gutter. And when I think about Tom and Maria, there's so many lifestyle, like their lifestyles are so different. Their views on certain things, their morals when it comes to certain things are so different. And they have these discussions. I don't feel like they meet a solution or a middle ground or anything. They just end it saying, you know what, it's good we can have these tough conversations. I think this is all gonna come to it. I'm interested to see how that plays out. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down below. Do you see Tom and Maria working out? So then we have Catherine and Freddie meeting Catherine's parents, and that was so sweet. Like, they're telling the story of how they adopted her, and it is really lovely. And then we have Freddie going off to speak with Catherine's dad, and you know, he's like, he now feels reassured and they're gonna make it work, but I don't know. I still don't know about Freddie and Catherine, guys. And then we meet Jasmine's mom, and she is hammering these questions at Bobby. My gosh. She even finds out he didn't go to uni, and she's like, sometimes it's hard to have a conversation with an uneducated person. Read him for Phil. Oh my God. Like, Jasmine's warning wasn't even strong enough, and I thought her warning was way too strong. And what makes Jasmine's mum more like intimidating is when you look at her face as she's talking, she's hard to read. You never know what she's thinking. She'd be amazing at poker, by the way. I was just like, I would be so scared. I would be sweating like, who was it that was sweating? Like Tom was sweating when he was trying to get Maria's mum's approval. That would be me in front of Jasmine's mum. Oh my gosh. But yeah, Jasmine's mum, star of the show. She's killing me because she'll give side eyes when he's talking. Like, she doesn't care. Everything he's saying, she's pulling him up on it. But one thing I did respect was Jasmine standing up for Bobby in that moment and saying to Mum, no, you can't say that. And I really rated that. And also, it was just so interesting to meet Jasmine's mum because you can see why she is the way she is. Like, she's definitely her mother's daughter. Not that extreme, although we saw a bit of it in that moment with Ollie. But yeah, interesting. And then Jasmine's mum is like to Bobby, no secrets, don't ever lie to me. And the way that they play that scene again, I'm like, is this foreshadowing? Is something crazy gonna come out about Bobby? Right now, they just seem like smooth sailing, even though the mum is very strict. They seem smooth sailing, like, is something gonna come out? I don't know. I'm gonna wait and see. So yeah, we see Jasmine and her mum go off for a chat, and her mom's just explaining, even though she's overprotective, she means well, she just wants the best for her. And I get it. She's had 2 marriages that didn't work out, and she doesn't want that for her daughter. So she's going to do everything in her power to try and make sure that doesn't happen. So I get it. Like anybody, any mothers with children, well, all mothers have children, unless you're just mothering. And no, anybody with children, anybody with daughters, if you can relate or anything, like, comment below and let me know your thoughts on Jasmine's mum in that situation. So then we have the couples, like the women go wedding dress shopping, the men go suit shopping. You know what? One thing I did realize, normally by this point, couples have left the experiment. Everybody's still there, so shout out to them. Freddie's now saying he's unsure. And then we have like Tom talking to his friend saying this is the longest time he spent without Maria and he misses her. They have their good moments where I'm like, maybe they can make it work. But then they have big issues. I'm like, I don't know. I feel like, I don't know if I've already asked you in the video before, but guys, comment below if you do think Tom and Maria are gonna make it work. So Demi tries on her dress and she looks beautiful. But what gets me emotional is her family's reaction. Oh my God. You can see the love in that family. They love her so much. And then why am I getting emotional? She talks about like, her insecurities and body image and how much she's grown in this and she loves herself. And then she's giving her mum and dad, but it's her mum that's there, her flowers, and saying, thank you for showing me what a good relationship and marriage is. And just, it must be so nice to get to show someone your appreciation, like at random, like not wait till a specific moment. Or, when people say give people their flowers when they're still alive, like that's what that moment was giving me. And it was just so beautiful that she got the chance to be able to do that. And like in front of the whole world as well. So yeah, it was very sweet. So we have Sabrina and Steven going on their final date. Was it just me? Or did Sabrina look so different with her hair up and the shades? I was thinking, who's this walking with Steven? And they took her glasses off. I was like, oh, okay, Sabrina. I like her hair like in a ponytail. It makes me think an updo for the wedding will be amazing. Speaking of, they're saying yes. They're both there, like they have no doubts. There's no way they're going to be able to pull a plot twist with them. If they do, that would be the most that would be up there in the top 5 shocking moments of Love is Blind history. They're saying yes. They're saying yes. Freddie and Catherine are on their final day, and he's like, I want you to have reassurance that my love for you is real, our love is real, and just know that. And for me, I'm like, is this you pre-warning her that you're gonna say no? Like, as in, it's almost like, regardless, even if I say no at the altar, just know this was all real. Our love is real. Did anyone else think that? Comment below. And Demi and Ollie's final day, they're at an arcade, which is super sweet, and they're very playful with each other. Like, they have best friend energy as well, which I love seeing that within marriages. They're gonna break my heart. Don't break my heart. I'm so scared for the final proposal. Tom and Maria on their final date. Tom says, everybody remember these words: I'm looking forward to our wedding day. They're making plans of where everybody's gonna sit. This is at the after party, right? So he better say yes. If he doesn't say yes, that man is a... No, I'm joking. But yeah, to say all that, you're alluding you're gonna say yes. Oh my God. So, you know, we have Nicole and Benaya on their final day, and she's like, you know, just talking about how he's her rock, and she can see him being her rock in the marriage and just being there for the... Like, it's seeming like everybody's gonna say yes. So either everybody's gonna say yes, or we're gonna have the biggest shock of our lives. Maybe some more than others. Because, yeah, even Bobby and Jasmine on their date, it's given they're gonna say yes. So, guys, comment below, what couples do you think are making it, are gonna say yes, both of them at the altar? This is the first time I'm not as sure how it's gonna go, because some people just seem too smooth sailing, and I feel like they're gonna throw a spanner in the works out of nowhere. I'm excited for the final 2 episodes. I feel like we're gonna get some shockers. But yeah, as always, guys, thoughts below in the comments. I love speaking with you. Like, I'm excited to stop recording this video and go and reply to some more comments. Like, I love the conversation. I always say this. I love the conversation shows like this bring. Getting to know you guys more and your opinions. And yeah, we'll be back next week for episodes 10 and 11, and that's it. I feel like Love is Blind need to give us an extra 9 episodes or something, because what am I going to do when the show's gone? Start commenting from now what you guys want to see me review. Would you want to see me review the Love Island USA reunion? Because that's coming out on the 19th. If you want to see that, let me know. But yeah, I'll be back next week with the Love is Blind UK final 2 episodes. And I'm guessing there'll be a reunion the week after, potentially. But yes, thank you so much for showing love on these reviews. I've really enjoyed doing these. Like, I've been doing them for a while. Now it's in UK. I feel like, I don't know, I've really got my mojo. So yeah, as always, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. All that good stuff I meant to ask you to do, please do. And I'm just rambling now, and I don't really know how to end this. So I'm just gonna go.